I just spoke to you that the language of heaven is a mystery. And when it is rendered in the language of men, English, then you will now discover how mysterious it is. So Paul, from the midst of men, traveled into the realms of heaven. And do you know what happened? God now gave him an opportunity, and see what he said. Paul was now trying to put it together for us in form, in a word, in an articulated article. I know a man in Christ who 14 years ago. So what is Paul trying to say? That he went to heaven, and what happened? For 14 years, he was trying to interpret what he saw in heaven. Do you know what he saw? He saw people speaking words that an intellectual man here, what you call the standard of education at the last level, emeritus, will not be able to interpret. That they are giving you a book to read, but you cannot even pronounce the words. That after you have read, you can read, but after you read, you don't understand because the grammar is too confusing. It's so complex for understanding. I can write you a note now, and because of the heavy grammar and bombast employed in that note, you may not be able to assimilate what I've written, even though you read it. So he had it. It's not as if he didn't hear it. He saw them. It's not as if he didn't see them. But he couldn't understand. He couldn't interpret in his language. So for 14 years, it was a mystery. It was like a project. He sat on it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, for 14. And he didn't understand. So he came out as a man who was weak. He gave up. He said, I know a man 14 years ago. And had inexpressible words which man is not permitted to speak. Words too sacred to tell. So we'll be here. And you hear things like Kariamas Kofelia, Sabrahatialo, Mamre Kanuske Pariata. And you say, what is this that they are saying? And the more you keep speaking it, for you to understand that this word, permit me to say, this language you speak is organic. As you speak, it's changing even in your mouth. If you were speaking ba 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 ba, tomorrow you will realize that you have added something. Ba 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 shanta ba 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 shanta ba 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 ba. It's organic, it grows, it's living. So can we say also that it's like our alphabet that we read, language of heaven? These are mysteries that are exclusive to only children of God. The devil also does not understand it. So you want to make the devil run away, all you need to do is to begin to speak in tongues. Who is hiding something now when you're walking on the street naked, and then the one that is walking on the street with clothes? Who is hiding something? The one in the clothes. So when you speak in the language of men, whether in your dialect or in English, the devil is hearing you. Or when you speak in the language of heaven, the devil does not understand anything.